Democrats' excuses for breaking their own rules somehow getting even more pathetic. L.A. Mayor Eric Garcetti got busted over this maskless photo he took with Magic Johnson at the NFC championship game. He was one of 3 Democrats defying an indoor mask mandate that says you have to cover up unless actively eating or drinking. Garcetti finally getting asked about it and channeling the Bill Clinton didn't inhale excuse.
I wore my mask the entire game. And when people ask for a photograph, I hold my breath and I put it here and people could see that. There's a 0% chance of infection from that. If I'll take personal responsibility, and if it makes you and everybody else happy, or even the photographs with people where I'm holding my breath literally for 2 seconds, I won't even do that.
And if liberals, it's unbelievable. Scroll back, I missed that sentence. And if liberals are concerned about Garcetti putting people at risk, don't worry, he has it all figured out.
If you want, bring medical evidence to me or something that, well, if you hold your breath with this off, you're really endangering people, I get it. I won't wear it. I won't pull it down for 2 seconds anymore. That's easy. But to me, it is crystal clear that nobody has been endangered by that. And I'm trying to model the good behavior of making sure we wear this entire game.
My goodness. All right. And while Democrats don't think it's wrong to break their own mask rules, just look at what they're doing to kids all across America. In some Virginia schools, students are reportedly being threatened with 10-day suspensions for defying mask mandates and potential trespassing charges if they don't cover up. Just listen to what one school official is saying.
Until you arrive, your children will be held in an in-school restriction situation here at school. It's important that I point out to you that they are not allowed on campus or on Loudoun County Public School property. Starting tomorrow, it will be considered trespassing.
So, Jesse, trespassing, arrest, kids in cages. Kids in cages.
If they try to arrest Sophie and Ellie, I'm going to make a living hell out of that.
I wish I had kids so I could go to school and yell at
Not too late, Greg.
Yes.
Get a bottle of wine, light a candle tonight.
That's a scary prospect.
For her.
Yes, for the kids.
Yes. I'm getting a kick out of the press basically accusing the L.A. mayor of trying to kill Magic Johnson.
Yes.
AIDS didn't kill Magic. I think the Cron isn't going to kill Magic. You can't, you can't kill someone standing next to someone, right? That's not going to kill you. People would have tried to kill me by now, and that would have happened. I don't understand this thing, though. Why doesn't he just say I was eating pigs in a blanket? My mask was down, I was having beer. Why does he have to lie like a child? Now everybody knows he's a stone-cold liar. That's so stupid. And we're all worried about the L.A. Laker point guard. There was like 70,000 people in that stadium with no masks on, but Magic Johnson might die. Come on. Also, I held my breath. So how has Fauci not told us to start doing that?
Yeah.
Hold your breath for 15 seconds to stop the spread.
I never heard.
Just if we all stop breathing, this thing will never...
And also when you jump over a crack in the sidewalk.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, if that works, why are we kissing each other?
Yeah.
Why hasn't he banned sex? I mean, we're all rocking around with masks on outside all day, and then we all go home and sleep together. I think that's probably spreading coronavirus. We should go celibate for 15 days to slow
What are you talking about?
Speak for yourself.
Now Geraldo wants to fight the lockdown.
Yes.
Right. You're going too far.
Dana, you claimed before the show started that you had some kind of theory.
I have a theory, but I'm going to wind up to it.
Oh, all
That's
right.
all right. So,
sorry to bring it up.
like with so Magic Johnson,
Yes.
like with other people that might have an immunocompromised condition, he has the ability and the right and the responsibility to take care of himself. Both Newsom and Garcetti said that Magic Johnson asked for the picture. Magic Johnson doesn't have a mask on. And if that's, so it's like, that's not, if you have an immune problem, I respect that, but I have the vaccines, you have the vaccines, great. But you're going to have the responsibility is yours, and we can't all protect all vulnerable people. Magic Johnson seems to me like he felt very comfortable there. The best thing to happen to Gavin Newsom is Mayor Garcetti.
Yeah.
Because he made Gavin Newsom not look even as ridiculous as he was. If you ran what Garcetti just said through the Joe Rogan podcast test on holding your breath, I mean, imagine they tried to cancel.
Yeah.
They tried to cancel Joe Rogan over all of that nonsense.
Theory.
And then he says, if it would make you happy.
Yes.
Okay, you want my theory?
No, I like that. If you were right about if it making me happy. It was like, shut up.
It would make me
You're the
happy.
mayor. You're the lead. If you're not following the rules, neither are we.
Right. Also, what would make me happy is if you followed the science.
Exactly.
That would make me very happy. My theory is this. I think that the president and his team, this is theory, I think that they're trying to wait till the State of the Union on March 1st for him to make some sort of announcement like Denmark, Finland, and everyone else has done, that now he has crushed the virus and we can return to normal. And the CDC now has said that the masks can come off and the vaccines mandates don't have to be in place. I would just urge them, if you are thinking of waiting another month for that, I wouldn't do that. Because as you're seeing in the schools, people are furious already.
No, it's crazy, Geraldo. I mean, trespassing, that's up to 12 months in jail and a hefty fine. This is, I don't know if it was you who said this, but these gloves are coming off, and there is a mask civil war brewing. Was it you who said that? What's wrong? Sorry. I thought you were having a stroke, Geraldo. I don't know. I'm not good at mouth-to-mouth. By the way, anybody who does mouth-to-mouth with you has to go to a clinic immediately afterwards.
I beg your pardon, sir. You go mask to mask with me, you'll never forget it. I think this about mask mandates and kids being punished. I was an anti-war protester during the day. I got arrested twice in Washington, D.C. And one of the times I got arrested, I was kept overnight, and I worried that it would affect my admission to the bar. There were real consequences. And then I did it again. So my point is, if there is an act of civil disobedience, and that's what it is, if you're a kid in the school and you know the school has a mask mandate and you defy the school, if you take that stand, that's fine. I'm all for activism. But you have to understand that there are consequences to activism. That's why it is, an act of sacrifice, in a sense, to make a stand. But if you're going to make a stand, kid, be ready to get isolated in the auditorium. There are not only rules, there are consequences. That's the biggest rule of all, that if you break the rules, there are consequences.
Oh, I'd hate to be this is the time where I would not want to be a police officer and have to enforce rules like these, like the selling of single cigarettes. Where did that lead? To somebody's death. What happens when you start chasing around kids because they're not wearing masks?
Well, I'm not sure what the rule is right now. The county judge is deciding that in Virginia. I mean, you've got the governor saying there's an executive order. You don't have to wear the mask, supported by the fact that the governor was elected over, a guy who was well known in Virginia, a former governor. And, you've got the school boards now who the people and the parents obviously don't care for. And for good reason, it appears. So, I mean, I'd be comfortable, just having my child go there without a mask. And you want to arrest my child? You want to arrest my child? It's not going to happen, number one. They can't do it. They can't start arresting these kids. What if they're 12 years old? They're going to take them to juvie?
Also, they can't arrest all of them.
Plus, in addition to all of that, you've got the government who can't figure out what they're saying. And I go back to the beginning of the segment, and that is, he says there's zero chance of getting an infection because I'm holding my breath. Like, Clinton doesn't inhale and Garcetti doesn't exhale. And he says, but I put the mask on, his exact words, so that there's no spread. Well, if there's zero chance of it spreading if you're holding your breath, why are you putting your mask back on so that there's no spread? I mean, they're just stupid. They just make this stuff up, and they just are convinced that they're better than the rest of us. I'm fed up with them. Everyone's fed up with them, and we're going to talk about the truckers later. I think the country is fed up with all of them. I think the president makes a mistake if he waits until the State of the Union.
So you're encouraging people to break the rules?
No. I'm encouraging people to follow the executive order of the governor.
And the rules aren't being
The United
enforced.
States Supreme Court has made it clear. You, as an employer, cannot direct that businesses with over 100 mask your employees.
This is a school.
Okay? I know it's a school, but what I'm telling you, they haven't decided about schools yet. And there is less chance of children being infected or passing the infection around. So stop with this nonsense and let's get back to living. Our kids have suffered enough. They're going to be suffering at the hands of the Russians and the Chinese because they're behind them. And you know what? It's all nonsense because the charter schools, the private schools,
follow the damn rules. It's almost
over.
over.
Rules? They're political.
It's not almost over.
Almost over.
The leaders are too cowardly to declare that it's over. This is why you have to do it. You just said something just casually about if more people do it. It is true. you watch how the looters were able to overtake stores because there were so many of them in a lawful and much more congenial manner. A group of people coming in not wearing masks aren't going to get arrested.
Right, you can't arrest everybody.
You can't arrest everybody. That's when it's over.
They're not arresting. They're sending to detention.
Well, you
They just said they might arrest
wait,
them.
What do
you
you
were the
mean
one who brought up
criminal
arresting.
Criminal trespass is a crime.
I'm saying
Right,
your kid
and
has so
then
many
it's on
things
your
to
record.
deal with. Kids have so many things to deal with in life.
So
Isolation.
then tell them to back off.
Yeah, that's true. They have a lot
Tell
of
the
problems.
kids
They
to
don't
back
need
up.
this
There you go.
problem, Geraldo.
Kids, just remember,
Turn off
we're
your
on your
phone.
side.
Sorry.
All right.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.